Apple Podcasts publishes the best of 2021, the latest from Podnews.net, with Memberful, helping you build reliable, recurring revenue from your podcast. Apple Podcasts announced their Best of 2021. A slight change of plans, with Meher Shankar from Pushkin Industries was chosen as Best Show of the Year. You'll find a list of top new shows and top subscriptions in the app. The chart also gives us some understanding of the performance of Apple Podcasts' paid subscriptions. Bad Blood, the final chapter, is number 1 in the list. They said in September they had 6,000 subscribers, which is $16,000 a month in revenue after Apple's cut. Advertising in podcasts brings one company 25% more revenue than Google Search. Fume shares their strategy for podcast advertising in this week's Sounds Profitable with Magellan AI. iVoox has added a further 24 new podcasts to their slate of iVoox originals. They now have over 200 exclusive shows. The Spanish platform has more than 5 million unique users per year. Business Insider has posted an article which they call Inside the Rise and Fall of Clubhouse, a pandemic poster child of VC-backed hype, now hobbled by drama rooms, unhappy creators, dwindling users, and dubious advertisers. I wonder what it's about. It claims daily average users are down 80% since February, but it does say that Clubhouse is here to stay. The company has attracted $110 million of funding. Acast has announced a partnership with Podcast Network Asia, its first in the Southeastern Asian market. The Cyberwire has released a report entitled B2B Marketer's Guide to Podcast Advertising, How to Create Leads Without an Awareness Budget. It's free. The report's also available as a podcast. In Australia, the winners of the Australian Commercial Radio Awards were announced, including a number of podcast winners. Best Original Podcast went to Zero Waste Baby with Veronica Milsom, produced by SCA's Listener. Rain's Brad Hill has reviewed Facebook podcasts. He says, clearly not ready for prime time. Ouch. And a free day talking about audio tech and creativity from the BBC. Sounds amazing. Now that's its name. Sounds amazing. It's free. It runs all day tomorrow. There are different sections of the day to take part in. You'll need a BBC account to start, and those are free too. And in podcast news, maybe CNN's The Handoff might be temporarily not available at the moment, or perhaps it'll just be Don Lemon talking to himself. Chris Cuomo has been suspended by the network for a breach of journalist ethics. Jen Cody and Hunter Foster guest star on the latest episode of Mythic Thunderloot, a D&D podcast musical from the Broadway Podcast Network. Walk the Pod, a daily show designed to accompany you on your lunchtime walk, has just released its 300th episode. It's hosted by comedian Rachel Wheely. Pushkin launches season 2 of Lost Hills today, hosted by Dana Goodyear. It focuses on another Malibu crime, a suspicious drowning in the Channel Islands, 30 miles off the coast, that led to an exploration of the freewheeling, hedonistic world of Malibu in the late 1970s and early 1980s, when the quiet beach town was transforming into a haven for money, drugs and celebrities. And the second season of The Envelope from the LA Times has launched, with Kirsten Dunst as special guest, interviewed by Times reporters and podcast hosts Mark Olson and Yvonne Villarreal. This podcast is supported by Memberful. Memberful allows you to build a sustainable recurring revenue and is the easiest way to sell memberships to your audience, used by the biggest creators on the web. It has everything you need to run a membership program, including custom branding, gift subscriptions, Apple Pay, free trials, private podcasts, and tons more. The good news is they also have a world-class support team ready to help you simplify your memberships and grow your revenue. They say, we're passionate about your success, and you'll always have access to a real human. Wouldn't we all like to have access to a real human? Anyway, you can find out more at memberful.com. That's memberful.com. And that's the latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net.